Sam, 2 practices officially in the book for this year's training camp. How do you feel like this week's going so far?
It's starting off really good. I feel like the offense started off where they left off in OTAs. The defense is picking back up. I just feel like we're hitting on all cylinders right now. A couple things to correct, but it's been a fine first 2 days.
A lot of new faces across the board, including in the secondary. How do you feel like that unit is developing?
I think we got some guys who was already in the scheme before, and then we have guys coming back from last year. I feel like everybody's comfortable with the scheme right now. They're getting their footings, and then the young guys, they're just now getting their feet wet. So, I mean, they're working their way in, but they're going to be making a lot of plays soon.
Yes, the one piece of consistency, or one of those, is some of the guys that were already in the system, but also having your defensive coordinator and Coach E. So you mentioned a little bit there about being in the scheme again. So how do you feel like year 2 is coming along with Coach E here?
It's good. We're starting to understand why he calls calls, when he's going to call some calls. So it's actually really good for us because we're actually starting to realize more of the football expectation of it than just knowing the calls. So a lot of times we know like what we're going to get, what he's expecting, what we're expecting in the call. So it's really good.
Coach Canales just said in his press conference today that one of the things he's noticed about the secondary is the communication, and he loves how you guys are communicating. So can you describe that communication for me?
Yeah, it's a 2-step process. So, it's giving and receiving. So we have good communications. Our corners are anticipating a lot of these motions too. They're shouting out formations, which is helping the safeties. The safeties are getting good communication from the linebackers. After we tell them what to do, they make sure. And they're telling us when the line shifts. And then the D-line just talking to each other. So you hear a lot of talking the whole time. It's not like a play where nobody's talking. We all know the down and distance just from talking so much with personnel. So it's coming along really good. Guys are hitting their peak, and I just feel like the route that we're going right now, we can be really good if we keep communicating.
We know the energy that you bring. We've seen it in seasons past, but we saw it today on the field as well. So take me through like how you get yourself hyped up for a training camp practice and even on a game day.
Well, for me, this is a blessing for me. Everybody knows I'm undrafted. So I come in every training camp thinking that I'm not going to make the team and that I got to make the team every day. And then I just know, like, energy is effective. So I know if I'm up, it might bring somebody else with me today. And then 3 plays, if I'm tired, I know they're going to be up so much that I'm like, okay, I got to get back to where I was. So the energy level is something that I try to keep high around here. Even in the morning, I come in and I start early. So guys already know when I walk past them, it's probably going to be a joke about what's going on today. So they already know, like, okay, we see Sam, it's time to go. Right.
Well, you mentioned being undrafted. The Carolina Panthers, the team that took a chance on you. You've been here since. What does it mean to know they've invested in you since your time in the league?
It means a lot. That played a big role coming back last year. I really didn't want to go any other place. I feel like this is my home. I feel like I can make a great name for myself in this city if I haven't already. So, I mean, it's just a blessing to know that they have my back, So I want to provide the best I can on the field when I go out there.
Do you have any personal goals for this year, or what's the mindset? What do you hope to accomplish this season?
To be Pro Bowl, help the special teams create a lot of turnovers, keep the defense out the field as much as I can if possible, and give the offense the ball back. I feel like the more opportunities Bryce gets, the more he's going to score for us. I feel like Bryce is taking off really good. The receivers are clicking. So I feel like one extra opportunity a game can be the difference maker going forward of him just scoring every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam, appreciate your time. It was great talking to you. Yeah.
And cut scene, guys.